The more I make this channel, the more I put work into this project, the more I keep going down this road of making YouTube videos. Currently in 2026, as what it seems to be the moment in time where we are living in the singularity. Perhaps at the beginning of it. I don't know. I keep asking myself this question, why am I making this content if one day, and perhaps in a very short period of time, an artificial intelligence can copy my voice, my face, the visuals on my channel, the thumbnails I use, everything. From the context of the journey I'm going through of trying to figure it out as I go, to talking about AI, to talking about creation or nostalgic moments. I feel like there's a point very soon where there's artificial intelligence that is exactly a copy of the human brain and the human soul in a way that is indistinguishable from a human being. Like, you'll watch a YouTube channel and you just won't even know it's artificial intelligence anymore. You genuinely will not be able to tell. You will not be able to see the difference. You will not be able to hear the difference. Your senses will, by every measure, think it's a human when it's not. And there will be no effective way or mode to prove that that channel is or is not a human. And that's going to happen a lot. There's going to be a lot of channels like that. A lot of channels where they're just bots, but bots is probably the wrong term because they're probably going to be so similar to human beings that we might even wonder ourselves, like, are they sentient or not? This is getting into, this guy is totally loco territory, but like, I mean, especially if you're like a Luddite or someone who like is really anti-technology or like doesn't believe in the capabilities of artificial intelligence, you're probably going to think I'm probably crazy talking about this. I mean, if I were in your shoes, I'd probably have the same perspective. But yeah, I see it already. Like, if you just look at YouTube as a platform, the democratization of fame. Hollywood has been the biggest producer of fame for so long, including the music industry as well. They have been the gatekeepers of fame for decades. YouTube made it possible for anyone to become famous. There's a guy on YouTube who films himself working at 7-Eleven and people watch his content. He's more famous than most people are in general. He has about 300,000 subscribers. It's Ian on YouTube if you want to go check him out. He's actually a pretty fun YouTuber to watch. But the guy works at 7-Eleven or gas stations, and he films himself and he has a massive following. He's not a Hollywood actor. He's somebody who's just a guy filming himself, living life. Hollywood itself has already felt and is feeling the ramifications of YouTube. Celebrities who were once very popular just feel like another influencer now. They don't even feel like celebrities anymore. YouTube has been around for a long time. Well, by long time, probably 20 years almost? It's been a while. I think it came out in 2007 or 2008. In that time, it has pretty much flatlined Hollywood. But that wasn't the only thing. There was a lot of other issues. Like you have a lot of like, you know, there's piracy and other problems with like streaming services now as well. So it's not just YouTube, but you know, like the amount of money it costs just to make a movie, and you go to the theater, watch it, like it's still a pretty awesome experience. But excuse me, when it's so much cheaper to just flick on YouTube and just watch content that's good enough, like why would I want to spend so much money to go to the theater? And why would I care so much about a Hollywood actor when I have this other YouTuber or influencer I watch on a more regular basis where I get to know them more than I would ever that Hollywood actor? Like, as far as I'm concerned, the celebrity status of Hollywood actors is just slowly being whittled away by influencers. And influencers are now what's really the new celebrity in the new media. It's weird because these new technologies and new systems are unraveling previous legacy systems, and we haven't totally sat with the ramifications of all these technologies we've created and how they're going to affect the previous technologies and how they're going to affect the future going forward. We're kind of like right now with artificial intelligence, we're still in the early stages of like the beginnings of YouTube. Like if you go back to when YouTube first started, very few people heard of it, and it was still pretty new. It's a video sharing platform. Eventually, it didn't take long before YouTube had grown quite a bit, and there was a lot of people who were now aware of it. But most people were just watching YouTube. They weren't really creating. There was a small amount of creators. Now there is so much content being uploaded every second of every day. Like, I don't know how YouTube manages to manage the amount of content that's flooding their systems. And then on top of that, you now have artificial intelligence, which is even speeding up that process even more, flooding their systems far more than ever before. Like, I don't work at YouTube, but I am like very interested in how they actually manage all of this. Like, I actually would love to work at YouTube for a period of time just to see the inner workings of the machine. I think that'd be fascinating. I don't know if that would happen or not, but like, even if I could get a tour, that would be so cool. But like, you have all of these systems that are in place from the past, like, you know, cable television and Hollywood and like radio. Like, who listens to radio anymore? Like, I will seldom listen to radio in my car when like my Bluetooth connection to like Spotify or Apple Music is like crapped out. Then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll listen to radio and I'll tune it into it. And it's like, oh man, I forgot I had to listen to commercials every 3 seconds. I still like radio. I think radio is cool, but like now it's like you can have your own radio station. You know, like if you want to be a podcaster and you want to have your own talk radio show, you can do that now. Of course, excuse me, you're not going to be on radio as in the sense of like maybe having a channel on an FM or AM station. Excuse me, that's a little bit more difficult to do, but like you could still have your own radio station in a sense by having your own podcast. There is this freedom now to say whatever you want. Well, to a degree, you can have your own platform to put your message out there, and that's crazy. Like, you're never able to do that before, and now it's becoming like widely adopted, even more so than ever before. But now there's this next wave, this next tsunami of artificial intelligence that's coming, and this is like the beginning of like YouTube back in 2007, 2008. Like, this is like, we haven't even begun to see the ramifications of what this is going to do to our current systems in place. And so I think about YouTube itself suddenly becoming entirely flooded by all of these artificial intelligence channels everywhere, including Spotify, Apple Music, including pretty much every social media channel from Reddit to X to whatever one you can think of, Pinterest, there will be so little human content. You won't be able to distinguish human content from AI content. In fact, it'll probably just be all AI content because people may have just given up on making human content to put on these platforms because they can't prove that they're even human anymore. And you may say, oh, AI sucks and like there's no way this is going to happen. It's like, yeah, it kind of sucks now, but this is the worst it's going to be. Like, it keeps getting better. Like, come on. Like, if you've been paying attention at all, it has gotten so much better than it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 years ago. Massively. Like, it's insane. And the next step for them is hyperrealism. Like, how close can we get to generating reality? Excuse me. How close can we make it so like you can't tell a picture of a human from a generated photo of a human? And we're near there. Like, it's like people are already getting fooled by AI. I've been fooled by AI. You probably have been too. You might not even know it. But like, this is wild, right? And so I think that at a certain point here, like, there's just not going to be a difference. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. And so I asked myself, why am I making this YouTube channel? Like, why am I putting all this out there? Like, why am I even doing this? Because if it is futile, if it's true that it is futile and there's no point, why am I doing this? And honestly, I think the only answer I have to that question is that this channel is an ode of gratitude to being human as we turn into a machine. We are merging with technology. We are becoming cyborgs. Unless you were intentfully not having anything to do with technology and you don't use social media at all. And by the way, YouTube counts as social media, by the way. So if you think you're like, I quit all my social media, but you're still using YouTube, yeah, you haven't quit social media. I think this is the point where humans are becoming part machine. You carry around a phone, iPhone, whatever you like to, whatever brand you use. Use it every day. You probably look at it between, man, who knows how many hours. Some people spend a lot of time on their phones, some less. But you're using it for connecting with other people or learning about what's going on in the world, entertaining yourself, documenting your life. There's so many tools that this machine does. But what comes next? You're already merging with this machine. It's a part of you. When you like leave the house, you don't want to leave without your phone. What if somebody texts you? What if you need to write down a note? What if you need to make a calculation? What if you need to, pay for a meal because you have your credit card on there? It's so intertwined into your life now. So yeah, I asked myself, what's the point of this channel? And I just basically get to the point of perhaps it's futile to make this, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of grateful that I get to be creating. Because the process of that itself is quite enjoyable. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everything isn't going to work out the way I just envisioned in my head. Maybe everything will be quite different than how I'm expecting this trajectory to go. I don't know. I can't predict the future. Just a hunch. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you in the next one.